Alright, once I got done with the Piro experiment and I knew that I liked bow fishing, I went and purchased a little bit bigger boat. I actually traded a couple of hog dogs with one of my buddies for it. It's a Cajun boat, old tunnel hull. We got a 15 horse Yamaha. That's like the Honda 300s of little motors. It's a trooper. 1,000 miles on it and still runs like a dime. Yeah, it's a little trashy in here right now. Most of that's nets and bows that we took apart to rob parts off of. Yes, you do see Bud Light cans. I like a cold beer just as good as the next man. But I bought it, the little paint job on it, try to make it look a little bit better. But these are 500 watt, basically just like shop lights. We take them out of the bracket and they're bolted straight to the frame of these rails. These plywoods you see here, I mean these 2x4s you see are for plywood. There's a deck that goes in that has these lights cut out. It goes over all this. It just puts you up a few inches higher, a little bit better of the angle, so you're not flat with the water. It cuts that glare a lot better. Have our plugs here. The two lights in the back run straight off the plug. They come on automatically whenever you plug into the generator. The other four sit on these surge protectors or strips, whatever you want to call them. You'll notice that two of the lights over here are broke out. They still shine, still have bulbs. My little cousin shot that one, AJ, and that one I knocked off on a tree, I think. And but your fire generator up, two backlights come on so you can see to operate everything, see around the boat. That light over there comes on, it goes to the trolling battery. It comes on, just shines the bottom of the boat so you can see a little bit. We actually shot so many fish earlier this year in this boat that we almost sunk it. Literally almost sunk it. It was a real fun night though. We had a ton of carp. But also what I was going to show was once you wire this in, see it wires into the back side of that. I don't know how well you can see that in there. Then another piece is bolted or stapled to the top of that Romex. It runs over to that plug. That runs back to this 220 plug that we got wired in. I need to redo my tape. That plugs into this little pigtail. Buy these at Walmart. It plugs up and it's what actually goes into the generator. It's over here. Don't mind my yard a little bit, or that truck over there, Ford. Need a Chevrolet. But nice generator. That plug goes in right there. Once you plug it in, fire it up, run all night. That generator's a little loud. It's a lot different in this boat. We'll go over it in a second. But I was gonna tell you the way I did these lights. We in Louisiana, it's hot. The way I did these lights is when we're standing on the front, you want to see the best up in this area. So the two in the front were 500 watts. Then we step back to 300 watt. And then we step back to 150 watts. The water penetration to me for the light is still the same between this 300 and this 150. I don't see a lot of difference in it, but this 500 is a lot brighter. But we have a 3,000 watt generator that only has 2,800 running. So if I ran all 6 of these with 500s, I'd be at 3,000. I'd probably burn the generator up for pulling too many watts off of it. So it's the reason we step them back like that. So that's another setup. Also, the trolling motor goes up here. It's not on here right now. We had it down in the pond bass fishing with it. But like I said, that's another easy setup, cheap setup. And this is the live well, just to show it to you. Bubbles. Pretty much like a bait box. We run trout lines out of this rig too quite often. But yeah, that's a real cheap and easy setup right there. And it works amazingly well. Peace.